Hey guys, Color now bringing you Game 4 of Boxer vs. Garimto at the 2001 OSL Finals. And we have here Boxer up 2-1 after Game 3. And the last game really showed how scouting and anticipation are so important at the pro level in Starcraft, and actually at all levels. Boxer scouted Garimto's base when Garimto had hidden some tech buildings, and even though Boxer didn't see the hidden Templar archives, he suspected something was amiss just from having a brief scout of Garimto's base and knowing the timing for the Protoss build order. And Boxer cleverly built a missile turret at his choke point and stopped the first DT just on time. A lot of players probably would not have done that because the missile turret is sort of superfluous if the Protoss is going for a more standard build, but Boxer just having great game sense and absolutely just a great knowledge of all the races, managing to stop Garimto's race and then take the lead economically, and was able to just destroy Garimto because Garimto went for that early tech. So Garimto now needs to do something to take this series back, or else he's going to lose. If Boxer wins, that's the entire series. And this map is Crimson Isles, a 3-player island map, and we have Garimto here spawning in purple at the 5 o'clock position, and we have Boxer spawning in yellow at the 12 o'clock position. And this map has you start off on a large island which has your natural expansion, but your natural expansion is only accessible by air because it's on a lower level than your main base. And there are, I think, 5 expansion islands scattered across the map here. So obviously both players are going to go for some fast air units here. Probably for Boxer, probably dropship, just because he loves it so much. But we may be seeing some wraiths, and I'm guessing drops for Garimto also first. One of the possible things that Boxer could do is floating a command center to his natural expansion early on and getting an economic lead, but that could be quite dangerous because Protoss certainly isn't going to be able to do it, and Protoss will be going straight to a robotics facility almost all of the time here. Garimto getting his pylon in his base, of course. So that might be a very risky play, but it's a gamble, I guess. We don't see that many pure island maps nowadays in pro gaming Starcraft, and I sort of miss that because I do like island maps. I think they add a lot of they really just force players to change their build order from what's standard, and they add so much more dimension to the game. So I'm a little sad that, for example, this season's last few seasons, Star League maps and Pro League maps have not had a pure island map at all. We have some semi-island maps like Monty Hall, or the maps with like Neo or Arkanoid or something like that, where you have buildings or mineral patches protecting bases, but they're not pure island maps, so they play very differently still. It looks like Garimto's getting his gateway and his assembler up. He's probably going to be going for the fastest tech possible, as will Boxer, unless he goes for an expansion. And looks like his gateway is done here. And I'll be expecting a Cybernex core very soon. Looks like he is building a Cybernex core right now. Yep. And yeah, so the next series I'm doing, I think a lot of players have asked for Savior versus Now Raw, and I think that was actually one of the Star League finals, the MSL or the OSL. I forget which one, but I will certainly look at that, and that does sound like a really epic series from what everyone's telling me, so I might decide to do that next, when I get a time, probably later this week. And it looks like Boxer is getting his barracks to the corner of his base, just possibly to help him in scouting, and that's actually quite a late barracks. I'm a little surprised by that. Looks like he got a lot of gas beforehand. Is he saving up for another command center, I wonder? Because that barracks, yeah, is much slower than the first gateway for Garimto, so that's a little surprising. It looks like Boxer is getting his factory though, so I guess not an early command center. Maybe I'm just a little confused about the comparative build orders for the two races. In any case, Boxer's floating his barracks down to try to get a scout on Garimto's base. He is going to be scouting in the right direction here. Boxer getting his factory up now, and I'm not sure what the interviews say, but I have read from the original poster of these videos about a little bit about how both players were psyching themselves up for this series, and just Boxer in his autobiography writing about how it was quite, trying to prepare himself to face Garimto. And of course Boxer knew Garimto was a champion. Garimto had already won an OSL beforehand, and this was, I think, the first clash of former OSL winners in the OSL series history, because the OSL, this is only the 6th series of the OSL. So, it is very early in the Starcraft pro gaming scene. A robotics facility now done for Garimto, and Boxer's actually going for 2 starport starports now. Boxer's actually probably going to go for rates now. That's the only thing that makes sense with 2 starports. So Boxer going for rates, not going for drops first. This is quite a risk here. It's almost an all-in strategy here. Well, not really, but I mean, it is a very risky strategy. And Boxer also getting an armory, trying to get some Goliaths, I imagine. And we'll see what Garimto's doing. This could be very successful against Garimto if Garimto doesn't go for an observatory, if he goes for shuttles and a Reaver first, because Boxer could get cloaked rates here. And Garimto now has his robotic support bay out, so I don't see an observatory yet, so he is going to go for a Reaver drop first. And Boxer's Wraith Rush may be successful here. If Garimto doesn't make any Dragoons, doesn't make any anti-air units, Boxer could just put a lot of hurt on Garimto's economy right now. Boxer looks like he's making 2 raids. Doesn't look like he has his control tower up, so I guess he's not going for cloaking technology. Cloaking, you know, of course adds another burden to your economy, which is already going to be strained from doing this. And it looks like Garimto is now scouting in the wrong direction with a shuttle. Actually, no, it looks like he's setting down a probe to set up an expansion at the 6 o'clock position. And Boxer also producing 2 vultures. I guess the vultures are there for a drop that could be incoming right now. He could be doing a drop rather, or possibly defending against some units that could come in his base. Although vultures aren't that effective against units that Garimto could be dropping right now. Looks like a first Reaver is out for Garimto, and now Boxer, if Boxer can take down the first shuttle from Garimto, that would be a huge boon for him. He does see that probe, I think he's just going right for the main right now, and, he's actually killing the probe at the natural expansion of Garimto, just to slow Garimto down a little bit. And Garimto's now going to see his 2 rates there. He does have 1 Dragoon. Boxer's going to see the tech that Garimto has. He's going to see the first Reaver out, but Boxer, with just, and now an observatory going up for Garimto, knowing that cloak rates could be coming up very soon, and now the shuttle moving towards Boxer's base, but the shuttle is empty right now, I think. The Reaver's still in the base here, and Boxer taking a couple hits to his rates. I think he's going to try to pick off at least 1 probe. No, he's unable to because of that 1 Dragoon. And I hope that Boxer is producing... Yeah, it looks like he is finally researching Cloak. It may have been more successful for him to wait a little bit before revealing his hand here, revealing that he had rates, because he put 2 in, and 2 really isn't enough to deal with just even 1 Dragoon. Looks like Garimto actually has speed upgrade for his shuttle, so he might be able to outrun these raids or sneak around them. Yeah, it looks like he has loaded up the Reaver in his shuttle, but he's not going to be able to do much Reaver micro with these raids. So that's what the raids are quite excellent for doing, preventing the excellent Reaver micro that Protoss players use. Looks like the cloaking still being researched, and Boxer continued to pump raids, it seems. But once again, I felt like he should have waited until he had maybe 3 raids, and I think he should have started his cloaking earlier. But it looks like now Boxer going in now with cloak raids, and looks like he's just aiming for that Reaver right now, trying to take the Reaver down. Observer is out for Garimto though, and Boxer does take the Reaver out, so this is going to be really close. If Boxer can get an Academy up and kill this Observer, Boxer will have free reign in Garimto's base, but until then, Boxer will not be able to get into Garimto's base. And it looks like Boxer actually landed a barracks into Garimto's natural expansion, but it's going to get killed off a little carelessly for Boxer. And it looks like Boxer is still just trying to pick off the probes, preventing an expansion from going up. But I think Garimto actually has deposited a Wraith at the 7 o'clock position. Now these Dragoons coming in and attack here, but it looks like Garimto cleverly has brought his Observer to the natural expansion. Now he's going to be able to stop this attack here. And Boxer loses his barracks, I think. He's going to lose his barracks, yeah, which is going to prevent him from building more factories. And, yeah, there's no way he can repair it in time. Boxer is getting a command center in his base, though. So he's going for an expansion on his own. And I'm not sure how much damage this did. I would say it's still a draw between these 2 players right now. Because while Boxer did take down a Reaver, he was unable to do a significant harassment otherwise. And I just felt he was a little bit early in revealing his hand. I just wish he had just attacked like maybe a minute later and had Cloak half up and maybe enough raids to kill that early Dragoon. I don't know. With good micro, you could have done it perhaps with 3 raids. I'm not sure exactly about the numbers. In any case, now Boxer loading up his some SCVs. He's going to go for a transfer to his expansion. But Garimto now has observers. He has a good number of Dragoons. And I did